Hello, my fellow conservatives. I'm glad to speak to you as we honor America and her conservative traditions with our upcoming elections. May God continue to bless America. Of the 56 men who wrote and signed our Constitution, virtually all of them understood and agreed that conservative values were inspired and grew out from godly principles. These men believed God raised America up to bless others. They believed in the basic ideals of America, her new form of government, and her people, with all their hearts, pledging their lives, their fortune, and their sacred honor. These signers of the Constitution were aggressively pursued by the British for their treason to the crown. Some were captured and imprisoned. 12 were executed. Of those who were able to escape, most of them still lost their homes, their lands, their fortunes, even their families. They gave us their all. America's founding fathers chose the greatest system of government seen on earth, the representative republic. They chose it because it represents the individual's God-given right to life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. It assures private ownership of property. It rewards an individual's effort to better himself or themselves. It provides for our common safety. It binds us together by the rule of law. And at the time of the founding of America, most people were Christians. And it is for this reason founders believed a representative republic would work. They believed Christianity would always remain to be the predominant faith. One founder, Dr. Benjamin Rush, said, "In living by the Bible, a man becomes both humanized and civilized." They believed if America ever lost their Christian worldview, our government would no longer work. For many years, these principles were honored, but now other ideals prevail. Today, our highest office to our lowest levels of government, there are those who intend to change America forever, turning the land of the free into the home of the socialist. Unfortunately, many professional politicians from both sides of the aisle legislate more to provide for their own welfare rather than to do what is right and the best for our country, state, or even our county. How many times has a conservative vote put a candidate into office only to be ignored after the victory? It is time we stop settling for the lesser of the two evils. Evil is still evil. Without being founded in God's wisdom, no one can make a wise decision. We must vote for the grounded men and women of faith. Who is to blame for this nation's dire position? Well, of course we are. You and I. We've gotten lazy. We've abdicated our responsibility to hold our elected officials accountable to their position, for their personal behavior and their legislation. We trusted them to do what is best for our country and for us, and they haven't. I know our lives are busy, mine is too, but it is imperative that all of us commit to monitoring our elected officials more closely. We are in a battle for America, and the values for her and what she stands for since her inception is at risk. Our founding fathers knew the truth. They recognized that God was the answer to win the war. As long as they kept focused on Him, they knew He would bless them. Now, we need to call, write, email, visit our legislators concerning where we stand on issues and specific bills. We need to be more vocal about our issues with our families and friends and those who we work with. Volunteers need to monitor the polls to ensure legal elections. We need to finance and volunteer to work for conservative candidates. Some of us, like myself, need to be those candidates. As great and as wonderful and good as American values are, they alone cannot and won't save us. Without being founded in God's wisdom, no one can make a wise decision. Our God blesses Christians with help making a better life. He promises to help us and guide us. He commands us to occupy the land until He comes again. In 2 Chronicles 7:14, God tells us, "If my people who are called by my name will humble themselves and pray and seek my face and turn from their wicked ways, then I will hear from heaven and will forgive their sin and heal their land." God is telling us to come back to Him, to obey Him. He wants us to confess our sins to Him and turn back to Him. And in our daily behavior, reflect His will. He wants us to talk to Him through prayer. If you're not a Christian, I invite you to learn more about Him. Now, in the November election, I encourage you to vote for the Christian man or woman. Thank you very much. God bless.